So these I just dumped out because the seals were broke, but nobody gains access to my apartment. But yet, these were emptied and filled with water and the Long Island iced tea that was in my bag. Both bottles, just like this, missing. But nobody gains access to my apartment without permission, without consent, and without my knowledge. Well, my daughter wouldn't have done it, or she would have taken them within the first fucking week that they were there, not 2 months after they were there. And she ain't even smart enough to fill this shit back up with water. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but she wouldn't even think of it. And then to leave a recording device behind and hear what sounds like a cabinet door or something shutting. And then somebody saying, shh, when I was gone for an hour yesterday or the day before. But nobody knows that people are accessing my apartment, when clearly it's evident that they're doing it this way and through a fucking hatch. So to whoever accesses, karma is a bitch. You got good karma and you got the bad karma, and karma is a bitch. So I've suffered enough at, people below me's hands, letting others in to use torture devices, frequency devices. Oh, I filled out an affidavit of truth, willing to take a polygraph test. The motherfuckers keep accessing my apartment. And eventually, it's going to come to a halt, because it's going to come to where people getting deep, deep shit over one thing or another. Because being tortured for years, it's come to a head. So, keep accessing. I mean, we'll find out what happens in the long run when you keep accessing my apartment. You just might be looking for a new apartment. I mean, I will too, but the satisfaction would be the fact that you will be looking for a new apartment. Now I try my hardest to bear no hate. I try. I get pissed off in a minute. But I guess that's what makes me the bigger person. Because at least I can't be bought for money. I wouldn't sell people out like a Judas. And I'm just straight not a criminal. I got empathy. So, to whoever did the wiring, to whoever got the equipment, keep it up. See how long we all live here. Whether or not the landlord knows and just plays dumb about it or not. I mean, it's bad enough when I got a 15-year-old daughter busting out landlord rights and tenant rights straight to her fucking face, and she don't want to listen to them because she doesn't realize she's in the wrong. And I'm not going to argue with anybody because that's just not my nature anymore. If I got to do any arguing, it's going to be in the courtroom, and it's going to be for a fucking sizable check. Or I'm just going to have a lawyer do it for me after I talk to him about what I know. So I would say the 4 months that it took the other person to move out, another entrance was made into my apartment because my alarm wasn't triggered, but yet I heard psst, or shh, my bad, it was shh. But the doors were locked and nobody was inside. Only that puppy. But to hear a door slam minutes after, 10-15 minutes after you leave, and no one has access to get in but me? Sorry. I don't believe that there's no other access into my apartment, considering that this is both keys to my lock. I never got copies made. I never gave a copy to a single fucking person after I found out that people were entering my apartment. And then when I left the recording device behind and heard a fucking door slam in my apartment and heard somebody go shh, keep entering it. What I already know will sink a ship. It'll sink multiple ships. Better start reading your Bible.